So there's going to be a discovery process where both sides have to exchange information, and then there will be depositions and ultimately trial. Likely now, Prince Andrew's legal team is encouraging him to settle. We know that the Queen is paying for his defense and will be paying for part of the settlement, and that he has to sell his ski chalet. I think that for him, all hope pretty much is up. And right now, it's a matter of saving face and
Yeah.
not having embarrassment
Well,
anymore.
saving what face is left. I mean, that's the
These accusations were so long ago, and it was before we were using emails and text messages. So they're not going to have documentary evidence such as that, which generally makes a slam dunk case for
yeah.
one side. I don't know exactly what else there is to ask for here. I think a lot of this is going to be testamentary evidence. So it's going to be the testimony of the individuals. They might call other accusers and bolster her claims, and perhaps they'll ask for some flight records or any documents that he would submit in his defense to try to show that he wasn't there, such as whether or not he went to the pizza restaurant. I just think that he's not going to be able to produce most of these things
Yeah.
either because he's lying or it doesn't exist.
Well, and that's the difficulty, and exactly these are a long time ago. I mean, of course, we do know that this is he's a royal prince. Wherever he goes, he's got security people around him, and one would have thought that they would have kept records. And apparently, some of these records are no longer in existence. And yes, it was a long time ago. Perhaps there are going to be excuses for that. Might be quite convenient, but the difficulty there for him is not being able to produce evidence for his version of events. We don't know what evidence she's going to be able to produce. There is that photograph that is still sitting there. The question is then we go to depositions. Can that be done? And that's when he's questioned by the attorneys on the other side, and she will be questioned, of course, by his lawyers. Can he do that on video? Would that be in person? Or would he have to travel to New York to do so?
Right now, a lot of things are being done virtually. I do not see him having to come to the United States. If I was his lawyer, I would do everything in my power to ensure that he does not come to
Yeah.
the United States. And I do think because he is a royal, he will be given certain privileges. And, in general, these types of lawsuits are very hard to defend against, especially those that go back so far,
Yeah.
because you do have some clients that might be innocent. It's just difficult to gather evidence because people don't preserve records for that long.
Realistically, given we've got these photographs with Prince Andrew and her and Ghislaine Maxwell, now a convicted child sex trafficker and abuser herself, you know, would she need to settle? If she doesn't want to settle, then this will go ahead.
Yes, she has every right to go forward unless the judge says otherwise. And I think that she has every incentive to continue this. Some might say that this is a little bit of a circus, that this was so many years
Yeah.
ago, and that her lawyers stand to receive a third of the settlement. So I think hopefully that Prince Andrew will be able to reach the right number with her so the royal family can put this behind them and not have to go into court and not be subject to depositions.